Okay, hi guys. My name is Boris. I work at Google. My goal is to try to make web developers' lives easier when they're building WebVR content. So today I'm going to talk about Ray input, which I'm going to try to provide sane defaults for WebVR input on various platforms. So let me take you back to 1998. We had the web. It was just sort of becoming a thing. People were making a lot of content on it. And we had input standards. We had pages, there were scroll bars, there were blue links, etc. So imagine what would have happened if all we were given was like a mouse and that was it. It would be something like this. It'd be crazy. We couldn't make anything reasonable at all. And going between sites wouldn't even have necessarily been a thing. Interaction patterns would be different every time. So that's what we have today on the VR web. And that's kind of messed up. So basically, why is it a problem? Because every time in this like hypothetical future where we traverse between web VR content, you have to rediscover the input paradigms on that new platform, which is kind of cool, but it might get boring or dull pretty quickly or just frustrate users. But it's also kind of good because there's so much experimentation. It's such a open and interesting platform from the perspective of interaction. So basically what I'm proposing is a laser pointer style default for 3DoF and 6DoF VR experiences, as well as fallbacks for non-VR platforms. So what I've set out to do is make something that will work reasonably on desktop with touch interfaces with what I'm calling 0DoF. The DoFs refer to the degrees of freedom on the controller. So Cardboard does not have a controller, so we call it 0DoF. 3DoF is Daydream, so there's only orientation. 6DoF is orientation and position, so Oculus 5. And I have a little video, if I can play it. Maybe. Hey. Okay, so this will just go through all of the interaction modes depending on platform. Hypothetically, if the video loads, yes. Okay, so this is mouse interaction. It's what you would expect. So you can, look around with the mouse look and use the mouse to interact with this object. This is touch interaction. So again, look around using magic window or touch panning, and then tap the things with your finger. This is a Cardboard thing, so you can see a reticle coming out in the middle. This is tied to your head. You can tap anywhere and interact with these things. And then here's Daydream. So you can see a 3DoF controller with a ray emanating from it. So the controller is not rendered. And then in 6DoF, we have a controller that you can see is moving in position, as well as in orientation, and again with a ray-based interaction model. So the API is pretty simple. It's open sourced. Basically, it depends on Three.js right now. So you can just bind a mesh and listen for actions, and they'll just fire in the right way. And there's a few more things. One aside is what to do about orientation on the controllers. So, for example, with the Daydream controller, you don't know where to position it. You don't want the ray coming from your stomach or from your head, necessarily. So you need an ARM model. And what that looks like is this. So we shipped an ARM model, and that's included in the library. So hopefully, just don't pop any balloons, because it'll break. But in all seriousness, essentially what this does is, given an orientation, the ARM model produces the position for the probable where the thing would be. So it feels a lot more natural. It's pretty primitive, and there's like a simulator that I've also built in open source. So I won't have time for the demo, but if you guys give feedback, you can do that on GitHub issues. Basically try using the library. If it doesn't work for you, it would be great to know why. So thank you.